Hello, I'm Carter Mells, and we are Group 17 of Iowa State's Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering Senior Design class. The group consists of myself, Jason Chase, Trygve Rogers, and Lauren Tilges, and we have been working with United Equipment Accessories of Waverly, Iowa to solve a real-world engineering problem. United Equipment Accessories, or UEA for short, has experienced an increase in sales from 1 hydraulic swivel and 17.5 wind-line slip rings per day to 8 swivels and 20 wind-line slip rings per day. Because of this, they now have to outsource the paint of the hydraulic swivels, creating longer than ideal lead times. Our group's objectives involves bringing the system's capacity up to this demand, decreasing the labor hours per unit through the paint station, and eliminating the use of equipment that creates ergonomic hazards, such as the A-frame and hanging jib.
Hi, my name is Lauren Tilges. For the current state analysis, the group wanted to gain a better understanding of how each of the manufacturing processes work. We conducted a work sampling study on the paint station and determined that a significant amount of time the painter was working, he was not actually adding any value, and this is shown in the graphs here. Our group also conducted a machine study to show UEA which machines were being utilized to their full potential and which machines were hardly used and could be moved or scrapped. This leads to the next steps we took into our current state analysis. We were told to envision an empty factory at the start of our project, so we decided to examine the flow of material around the facility. To do this, we used ProPlaner software, which is an extension of AutoCAD. This gave us an idea of how far material was traveling in the facility, so if we switched the location of the paint booth, we could determine a spot on the floor that would minimize travel distances. We also created value stream maps, which showed value-added and non-value-added time in relation to the time of the entire process. From here, we were able to see about 3 weeks of non-value-added time, which was created by outsourcing the painting of their products.
Hello, I'm Trygve Rogers. The group then created 3 solutions to the problem based on the constraints given by UEA. The first of these solutions was to add an extra worker to the existing paint station. The responsibilities previously assigned to the painter would then be divided between himself and the extra worker so the painter can focus on painting. Previously, the painter had to mask surfaces that didn't need to be painted, hang components, paint them, and then move the rack out of the way to paint the next component. The new worker could then focus on these tasks and leave the painter to paint. The second and third solutions the group came up with to solve the throughput issue both involve creating a heated drying area with a radiant lamp bay. Both new layouts would have a hand conveyor system to help with material flow and ergonomic concerns, and would have the same theoretical throughputs. The first of the two involves leaving the paint booth in its existing location and building the system around it, eliminating the costly movement of the booth. The second involves moving the paint booth closer to the clean room for hydraulic swivels in order to eliminate the A-frame and address UEA's concerns regarding the lifting and handling of heavy products. This layout is shown above and can utilize 1 or 2 workers in order to meet future sales increases.
The first option of adding an additional worker is estimated to have an economic impact of over $137,000 per year. Hiring the new employee will cost the company $41,000 per year due to wages and benefits. This leads to a return on investment period of about 2 months. However, this option does not resolve the safety concerns brought up with material handling. The company will still need to use the A-frame and jib to handle the heavy parts. The second option, including moving machines for improved material flow and adding a paint drying system with a conveyor at the current paint location, do address these issues, however. The option is estimated to have an economic impact of over $397,000 per year. The cost of moving the equipment and installing the drying system and conveyor system will cost about $130,000 per year. This leads to a return on investment period of about 4 months. After adding the conveyor system, the company will no longer have to use the A-frame and jib for the paint process, making it much more safe for the painter and other employees.
The third option is essentially the same as option 2, but also includes moving the paint booth to a new location to significantly improve material handling. This option will have an economic impact of over $408,000 per year and will cost the company $142,000 initially. This leads to a return on investment period of about 4 months and also addresses the safety concerns.